Understanding algorithmic bias in simple terms. Algorithmic bias occurs when computer algorithms produce unfair or discriminatory outcomes. These biases often reflect and reinforce societal inequalities, as they are based on data that may contain historical prejudices or inaccuracies. As algorithms become more integral in decision-making, they can unintentionally perpetuate existing biases, such as racial, gender, or economic disparities. How data influences algorithmic bias. Algorithms rely on large datasets to learn and make predictions. If these datasets include biased information, such as unequal access to opportunities, or skewed representation of certain groups, the algorithms can amplify those biases. For example, if a hiring algorithm is trained on historical data that reflects gender imbalances, it may favor male candidates over equally qualified female ones. The role of human decisions in algorithmic bias. Even though algorithms are automated, human decisions during the development and data collection stages play a significant role in bias. Developers may unknowingly introduce biases by choosing which data to use, how to interpret it, or even by overlooking the diversity of data. This human oversight can lead to systems that reflect the developer's own biases. Algorithmic bias in everyday life. From facial recognition software to loan approvals and hiring processes, algorithmic bias affects many aspects of daily life. If algorithms are biased, marginalized groups can be disproportionately impacted. For instance, studies have shown that facial recognition technology tends to be less accurate for people with darker skin tones, leading to wrongful arrests or misidentifications. Perpetuating existing inequalities through technology. As algorithms are increasingly used to make important decisions in areas like healthcare, criminal justice, and finance, biased outcomes can have long-term effects. People from disadvantaged backgrounds may face greater obstacles in receiving fair treatment or opportunities. This can create a vicious cycle where bias in technology reinforces societal inequality. The ethical implications of algorithmic bias. The ethical concerns around algorithmic bias are significant. If an algorithm's output is discriminatory, it can lead to injustices, especially when it's used in legal or economic decision-making. The consequences are even more troubling when people have little to no understanding of how these decisions are made, creating a lack of accountability. Efforts to mitigate algorithmic bias. To combat algorithmic bias, researchers and organizations are working on creating more transparent, fairer algorithms. This includes diversifying training datasets, making algorithmic processes more transparent, and employing fairness audits. Increasing awareness about the issue is also a key part of the solution, as it encourages companies to take responsibility for their systems. The future of algorithmic fairness. Addressing algorithmic bias is critical for ensuring that technology serves everyone equitably. As technology becomes more embedded in daily life, society must strive to create algorithms that are inclusive and transparent. In doing so, we can reduce the risk of perpetuating inequality and move towards a future where technology benefits all.